Hello, everybody. I'm Carol, and welcome to my quiet corner. I thought I would come on very briefly, and I was going to just upload a video, but this was so much simpler for me to do. I want to work on my pine trees, so that's what I'm going to do. So I hope you're following along and enjoying the slow stitching that I've been doing lately. I haven't really been, it's not really a teaching, but it's just showing what I'm doing. So I hope you all like that. Um, so today I'm going to just work on a couple of my pine trees so you can see how I do them. And then however you want to do them, that's fine. So take a deep breath and let's get going. I got my thread here. I'm going to do a dark trunk on these, and I'm just going to do a split stitch for this, and I'm going to use probably 2 strands, so I will pull that out. And I don't know if anybody else is on, but I'm not going to be on long, just long enough to show how this goes. And let's put this off to the side, and I pull out my 2 strands of floss. I should do this prior to. Do you ever know sometimes it's just doesn't seem like you have enough time to do anything. So, but yeah, I was going to upload and I thought, I'll just come live and do this. And if people come, they come. If not, that's all good. All right, that went smoothly. We've got that. So now I'm just going to do my trunks in the darker brown, not the color of the mountains. The mountains was very dark. And I didn't finish all of my mountains yet, but I'm highlighting them. And then I'm going to come back in those lighter areas with a lighter color to make it look like snow. Hello, Marty. How are you today? I just decided last minute, here I am, impromptu. And I'm going to just work on my tree trunks. I don't know if anybody else is on. If they are, I'm sorry. But for me, this is the easiest way to get things done is just come on and do them, and I don't have to edit. So I'm just going to just do my trunks, and then I will show you how I do the leaves. Now I'm doing a split stitch, which means I'm going down or up, whichever way you go, into your stitch. Oh, thanks. I have my moments, have my moments. The longer I talk, though, the more I lose my voice. So we're just going to do the back stitch. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that. So today was a little snowy out. We had a little bit of snow. Not a lot, though. It's more like little snowballs. So we've had a little bit of that. The weather is getting a little bit chilly. I'm ready for spring, though. I've been out tinkering and helping cut some animals on the laser. And then I came in and it's like, oh, I'm just tired. So I thought I would sit and stitch. While I was outside, I was tinkering with my watercolors, and on my Facebook I posted a picture of the watercolor I did. So there's one trunk done. That looks pretty nice. It's a nice little um, trunk there. So now I'm going to do the next tree. And it starts just below the mountains. So I'm going to do that and do that trunk because I want to get these pretty much both at the same time because their branches are really close, and that means I can do both trees at the same time. Mornings have really been tough for me, so I've been debating on just doing when I can in the afternoons. So just I don't sleep and then I can't get up, and it's like, oh my God, one thing or the other. So that's all I've been doing. I just haven't really sat and done my stitching too much. As you can tell, it's right where I ended off on that short little video I did because my sound didn't work when I did the last video and I had to do a voiceover. Oh, it's rough, Marty. Mornings are just rough. So it's like, I'll come on when I can actually come on and get things completed and keep my channel moving, because I will be taking a break from talking mid-April. So we shall see how that goes. So I'll probably be just doing uploads and have caption and music for a little bit. I won't stop uploading, but you won't hear me talking. But there's my mornings are groggy. Yeah, they are. My hands in the morning are swollen and stiff and painful. And like the body just doesn't want to do anything. So it's like, oh. So it's like my mornings are pretty much shot. Just trying to survive. All right. Now, I want to do something a little different with these trees. It does take a while. That and the breathing crap, everything all at once. So I'm going to cut a piece of this, and I'm going to cut a piece of this the same length. And pull some out of this one too, because I want to use them together. So I want to make them the same length. No, you'll just hear music for probably a little while. So anyway, I'll let you know privately, Marty. Oh, crap. Let's pull these apart. I'm going to take one of these, one of the light brown, and I'm going to take one of this. It's kind of a sage green. So I want to put them together to create my, oh, come on, I only want one, to create my branches, because I want them to look like some are, I'll message you later. All right, let's see here. So I want to take these. Now I've got a stupid little knot in there. Come on. This is one of the things where it would be nice to have done on the You can edit it out, you know, all that little silly stuff that happens. So, all right, I'm going to put these two together and I'm going to knot the bottom. I know, nothing's cooperating, I'll tell you. Nothing. All right, now what I want to do is make it look like the branches are hanging down. So what I'm going to do is basically I'm going to be doing the buttonhole stitch. And starting at the top with just a couple of straight stitches coming into the trunk because they're very small. Now, if I would have had a smaller needle, I probably would have been doing much better. But, you know, did I pull that all the way through? No, I did not. Look at that. It got stuck there in that little spot. Nothing's cooperating, Marty. Holy crap. All right, so now I'm going to do the other little side. Look at this. I am, oh, it's one thing after another. Nothing is working out. Maybe I should have just videoed. Oh, pulled it right out of the needle. Oh, I'll tell you, it's just crazy. Now it won't go through. Why? Let's make sure they're the same length. Let's give them a fresh little clip. You know, when you try to show what you're doing and it turns out that, you know, all the time, whether I'm videoing or not, or I'm live, it just one thing after another lately. I'll tell you. All right, let's do this again. Me too. It happens when I'm just sitting here doing my own thing. All right, so now I'm going to come over at the very tip of this last. Is this in far enough for you? Can you see? Okay, let me just come a little bit closer. All right. There. That's a little closer. You probably can see now. Don't mind my nails. They're all dry. They're stained and from staining wood, and they look crappy. But you're not here to look at my nails. You're here to watch the stitching. Remember that. So I am going to turn it this way because, you know, doing the buttonhole stitch, and I'm going to do the buttonhole stitch jagged. I'm going to have long and short. They look like artist nails. Yeah, it's like they're beat up. Oh, they're dry from touching the wood and the stain and the scrubbing them to get it off. All right. So I'm going to just do long and short buttonhole stitch going into my tree. And then I'm going to go down into there, into the trunk. And I'm going to work my way from the other side. And this gives it a nice raggy looking tree. Now you can make these as close or as far apart as you like, but I wanted to give my trees the look of I probably could have got away with one strand, but I wanted to give them a look of like fallish where the needles are starting to turn brown, or you know, with a little bit of green left in them. And then I'm going to come over here and remember to start down lower. underneath the branch to do your, have the line going across. So, but make them all different ways. Make them all jaggy, make them close, make them far apart, you know, make them small, make them short, just so they look like a tree. And just work them until they look good. You can make them lean down, you can make them, hi Janet, you can make them go different directions. Now I'm going right over my mountain because my mountain is behind the tree. How are you doing, Janet? We haven't talked in quite a while. All right, this is going to look pretty good. It's not perfect, but you can go back in and add different colors to these and give them a little bit of shadowing effect. I'm going to make some of these a little closer together. And remember, if you're not using a hoop, don't pull too tight or you're going to get little bumps along the way. Now I'm going to go right over the trunk here. I think I'm going to go underneath it. I think I'm going to go underneath it in that stitch, just underneath, and pull my thread to the other side so that a little bit of the trunk can stick out. They are cattywampus. This tree is definitely that. Definitely that. It's definitely all messed up. Yeah, I just, this morning, there was just no way I was even moving this morning. So that's why I said I would upload later, but you know, I didn't upload. Here I am. I'm doing a live. So that's looking pretty good like a tree. It's looking like a funny looking tree. Now you could do a different way than this, and I'll do it on the next tree. I'll show you a different way. Like this is just one way you can make your branches with the leaves hanging down. But you can do all kinds of straight stitch and have that work too. And that's what we'll probably do on the other tree. I'm going to make this one go up a little bit just because. But this is one way you can do your branches. And I'm just working my way down until, and as I go, I'm going to bring it out over further. And then I probably will come back in with a single strand of dark green just to fill in just little bits and make it look a little bit fuller. But you do you. You know, if you have a specific way you like to stitch your trees, that's great. You can do whatever you like. I did a different way a couple of years ago when I did my scrolls, when I did them live, and I can get that out and show you. But I'm sure it's on my Facebook, it's on my Instagram. You know, all of these places have all my pictures and stuff from my past stitchings. Just because my YouTube does not have all of my my work visible. It is visible in multiple other places, especially on my Instagram. My Instagram has all my pictures from way back when. So you'll find my Instagram. It'll be Carol underscore, I think, my quiet corner. So if you want to check that out, it's really appreciated. So there's the one tree. Like I said, it needs to go back and fill in with the dark with it. Like I have two colors here, but I definitely do need a darker green in and amongst that. Now on this tree, we're going to do it a little bit different. This tree, I'm just going to do almost out of thread, straight stitches going out, and just randomly straight stitches, like 1 or 2, and then go out to the other side, and it will give it a whole nother different look. And you can make, branches come off of those branches by coming back up through and making them just a little bit longer, going in a different direction. So however you feel when you're doing your trees, if you want to just play, you can do that. Whatever you like, whether you could even do little chain stitches, tiny chain stitches to do your branches. So this one I'm just going back and forth doing straight stitches just to give it a different look, having some branches come out down below these, like on a V. You can go all the way out if you like and make it one long stitch, and then add stitches going up, add stitches going down. I think I like this method better because it looks more like a tree. Going straight out, and then create 2 little V's. And create that type of tree. And I think I like that one a lot better. It looks more like a pine tree. So you can have all kinds of branches going every which way, and it would look great. And you can have your branches cross over. And that gives it a very unique look. So those are 2 ways that you can create your trees. Like I said, I think I like this one better because it's more random, sketchy. Your branches are going off in all different directions. So you have an option of how you would like to do your trees. And I think I'm going to finish this tree this way, and then I'm going to go back in and fill this one in. I think maybe with a couple of tiny little French knots to make it look like pine cones in this one. So I think that would fill in this tree. So I'm going to leave that with you. Your tablet. Is it talking for you, Marty? So I'm going to leave that with you, and you can finish your trees. Like I said, you can add French knots, tiny little French knots using a single strand, and that will give you pine cones to fill in your trees, and add some other little branches going in and around. And I think it would look really, really nice. Uh, yeah, I like this one better. This one will look better once I put some more dark and I put some pine cones into it. But I think I will do that after, because I'm already here for almost a half hour, and that's longer than I thought I was going to be. So I will finish this offline, and I just thought I would give you a little look at how you can complete a tree and uh, finish your little sections, or if you're just doing random little practices, that's a good way to do it. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all being here. Marty and Janet, I really appreciate you. And I will see you all again soon. So from my quiet corner to yours, have a wonderful evening. Bye, everybody.